Ladies and gentlemen, we often find ourselves trapped in the pursuit of control, trying to shape every aspect of our lives as though we can command the course of the universe. But what if I told you that the key to peace, fulfillment, and success lies in trusting life itself? Our purpose belongs to the mind, and this belongs to peace. The first step in trusting life is letting go of the need for control. Many of us spend our lives attempting to dictate every outcome, obsessing over details, and trying to micromanage each situation. This drive for control can be exhausting and often leads to disappointment. The truth is, control is an illusion. We cannot predict or control every aspect of our lives. Life has its own flow, its own rhythm, and often takes us in directions we never expected or planned. When we try to manipulate life to fit our desires, we set ourselves up for frustration because life is unpredictable by nature. Letting go of control doesn't mean abandoning responsibility or giving up on our goals. It means surrendering the belief that we can dictate every outcome. By releasing our attachment to specific results, we allow ourselves to experience life more fully. We stop resisting change and start flowing with it. Trusting life means having faith that the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, has a plan for us. Even when things don't go the way we want, there is often a deeper purpose behind it. When we relinquish control, we open ourselves to new opportunities, unexpected blessings, and even lessons that we might otherwise miss if we were too focused on a rigid path. Trusting life is about knowing that you are part of a bigger picture. It's about having the courage to let go, to surrender to the present moment, and to trust that life will unfold as it should. The more we release control, the more we make space for growth, peace, and acceptance. This shift allows us to live with less stress and with more joy and contentment. Embracing the present moment is one of the most profound ways to trust life. So often we become trapped in the cycle of worrying about the future or regretting the past. Our minds are constantly occupied with what-ifs and should-haves, preventing us from fully experiencing the here and now. This distraction not only robs us of peace, but also disconnects us from the richness of life unfolding in front of us. The present moment is all that truly exists. The past has already happened, and the future has yet to arrive. When we fixate on these, we lose sight of the opportunities and beauty present right now. Trusting life means choosing to engage with the present, knowing that this is where true growth and fulfillment lie. Every moment, no matter how simple, is an invitation to experience life at its fullest, whether it's a moment of quiet reflection, a conversation with a loved one, or a simple act of kindness. These are the moments where life reveals its essence. Living in the present requires a shift in focus. choosing to stop dwelling on what could have been or what may come. When we let go of these distractions, we begin to realize that the present moment holds everything we need. It holds the potential for peace, joy, creativity, and connection. Trusting life is about accepting that this moment, with all its imperfections, is enough. It is only in the present that we can truly feel, breathe, and exist as we are meant to. The more we embrace the now, the more we trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust allows us to live with clarity, purpose, and an openness to whatever comes our way. Trusting life also involves allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness in a world that values strength, control, and independence. However, true strength lies in our ability to open ourselves up, to show who we truly are without fear of judgment. Vulnerability is not about being fragile. It's about having the courage to face the unknown and to fully experience life without walls or defenses. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we release the need for perfection. We stop trying to protect ourselves from the potential pain of failure or rejection. This doesn't mean we should throw caution to the wind or expose ourselves recklessly, but it does mean embracing the idea that it's okay to not have all the answers, to make mistakes, or to feel uncertain at times. Life is unpredictable, and by allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we align ourselves with the flow of life rather than trying to resist it. And being vulnerable also invites deep connection. When we are open about our fears, dreams, and struggles, we give others the space to do the same. This creates meaningful relationships based on authenticity and understanding, rather than facades. Vulnerability enables us to see the world through a lens of compassion and empathy, because we recognize that we are all human and imperfect. By trusting life through vulnerability, we also allow ourselves to grow. We learn more about who we are, what we want, and how we can become better versions of ourselves. Vulnerability is the gateway to true self-discovery and growth, for it opens the door to the experiences that help us evolve. Accepting life's impermanence is one of the most powerful ways to trust in the natural flow of existence. Life in all its beauty and complexity is always in motion, and nothing lasts forever. Not our successes, our failures, or possessions, or even our relationships. This constant change can often evoke fear and anxiety, as we cling to the belief that what we have today will remain with us indefinitely. However, by embracing the impermanence of life, we are able to free ourselves from the heavy burden of attachment and fear of loss. And as the human being is conscious of the impermanence of attachment and fear of loss, the transient nature of life means that every moment is precious and every experience has its own time and place. When we stop fighting against change and start accepting it as a fundamental part of life, we begin to appreciate the present more deeply. Instead of holding on to what is fading or worrying about what may disappear, we can enjoy the beauty in each fleeting moment. The impermanence of life reminds us that everything is part of a greater cycle, and what seems to be ending may simply be making way for new beginnings. This acceptance also allows us to release regrets from the past and fears about the future. Knowing that nothing is permanent helps us realize that suffering too is temporary. Difficulties will pass, just as joy and success will also come and go. In the same way, by recognizing that the good times won't last forever, we are reminded to savor them fully while they are here. This acceptance of impermanence also frees us from the desire to control everything. We can step back and allow life to unfold, trusting that its transient nature is part of a larger, meaningful process. Having faith in the process is essential to trusting life. We often find ourselves focused on the end goal, fixated on the destination, and anxious about reaching it. However, the journey, the process, is where life's true lessons and growth occur. Trusting the process means acknowledging that every step, every experience, and even every setback plays a crucial role in our development. Life is not a race to a predetermined finish line, but a continuous unfolding of experiences that shape who we are and where we are meant to go. The process may not always be clear, and it may often feel uncertain or uncomfortable, but that is where trust comes in. When we are focused solely on the outcome, we miss the richness of the journey. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, carries with it an opportunity for learning and growth. Trusting the process means accepting that things won't always go according to our plans, and that's okay. There is wisdom in life's unpredictability. Every detour, every obstacle, and every delay is part of our personal evolution. In times of frustration or confusion, trust in the process allows us to maintain patience. It helps us to keep moving forward even when the way ahead seems unclear. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come after we've endured the toughest times. Trusting the process doesn't mean waiting passively for things to happen. It means actively engaging with life's challenges, knowing that each moment is leading us towards something greater. By having faith in the process, we release our need for immediate results and allow ourselves to grow at the pace that is right for us. We learn to embrace the unfolding of life, trusting that everything we go through, no matter how difficult, serves a purpose in our journey. Since life is full of uncertainty, confusion, and uncertainty, trusting yourself is perhaps one of the most empowering ways to navigate life. Often, we rely on external validation the opinions of others, or the desire to meet societal expectations to guide our decisions. However, true trust in life comes from within, from having faith in our own instincts, wisdom, and inner strength. When we trust ourselves, we recognize that we are capable of handling whatever challenges life may present. We stop doubting our choices and start embracing our own guidance. Trusting yourself means being in tune with your intuition, the quiet voice that guides you even when the logical mind tries to overthink or second guess. It is this inner compass that helps you navigate through the complexities of life, making decisions that are aligned with your values and truth. When you trust yourself, you are no longer paralyzed by fear of making mistakes. You understand that mistakes are not failures, but stepping stones to growth. Each choice you make, whether it leads to success or failure, is a part of your unique journey, and trusting yourself means being open to learning from every experience. This self-trust also allows you to let go of the need for approval from others. It frees you from the weight of comparison and judgment, enabling you to live authentically and confidently. You no longer need to conform to expectations or seek reassurance from external sources. When you trust yourself, you step into your personal power, making choices that honor who you are and what you truly desire. Self-care, self-trust is the foundation of resilience. For when life gets challenging, you have faith in your ability to rise above, adapt, and thrive. By trusting yourself, you unlock your full potential and open the door to limitless possibilities. In conclusion, trusting life is not a passive act but an active decision to embrace the unknown, let go of control, and surrender to the unfolding of our unique journey. It is the courage to live in the present moment, to trust that each experience, whether joyful or challenging, is exactly what we need for growth. By embracing vulnerability, we open ourselves to deeper connections, self-discovery, and opportunities we might have otherwise missed. Accepting the impermanence of life allows us to savor each moment fully, free from the burden of clinging to what is temporary. It is through this acceptance that we find peace, knowing that nothing is permanent, and every phase serves a higher purpose. Faith in the process empowers us to move forward, even when the path is unclear. We learn to trust that life has a way of guiding us, even in the moments of uncertainty. Lastly, trusting ourselves is the key to unlocking our true potential. By believing in our own wisdom and strength, we free ourselves from doubt and self-limiting beliefs. Ultimately, trusting life is about surrendering to its flow with openness, confidence, and patience. It is through this trust that we find the peace, joy, and fulfillment that we seek. Embracing life in all its imperfection and beauty.